my name is Leah Clark, and I am the voice actress for Himiko Toga in My Hero Academia. And I want to give a great big shout out to Jank Games.
Hola, it's Jeremy here with JC Games here, and we're going to talk over my local, I think it was a local championship I went to yesterday. We took Bertolt Hoover on Chaos. So I built it, I want to say like an hour or so before the tournament happened. So we have one game of me on stream. I think it was the first match. It was a tie. We rolled to see who goes first, got the win for it. But it was okay. We'll talk about some choices I made and why I want to take some stuff out, put some stuff in. This is very mirrored towards my my Toga list, right? And I will say, playing Bertolt, I really do not like his backside. I almost feel like the front side's just as good. I mean, the backside gives you one more damage, I guess plus 3 damage or stun 1. But if you're on the backside, you're probably already in a position to win the game regardless of what's going on, right? So first we have the response after attack is completely blocked. Add it to your momentum. So make sure this guy is not tapped unless you want to use this response here. Form once per turn, I discard a card, draw a card. If I have 9 or more foundations, or my opponent has 9 or more foundations, I get to transform, right? This is the full version. On the transform side, we have when I transform, my opponent loses X. X equals my momentum, so they can burn for like 2, 3, 4, 5. We also have enhance. That your attack gains stun 1 and gets plus 3 damage. So that's good when with almost a motto's like kind of a little bit of stun deck here. So it helps with the stun, and the 3 damage actually won me a game. I think in my round 2, I won the game by like I think by exact math or +1 because I had plus 3 damage when I flipped over. Response also, after I flip the foundation, they sacrifice it. So that's pretty cool. Don't forget it. It's niche, but it does happen. Like they want to flip the draw card or flip to Shivers, whatever, right? This is kind of cool. So burn them for 1 or gets mills 1. That's pretty cool. All right, first we'll get into the foundations. This kind of mirrors my Toga deck, which I'll show you guys soon. First we have the 0 disc. We have 2 Master's Pride. We have 3 basic trainings, and we have 3 easy exciteds. Master's Pride in this deck didn't feel that good because I didn't snap momentum like Toga does. So maybe I swap this out. Maybe I just go to 4 and 4, 4 basics, 4 training. I mean, yeah, 4 basics, 4 easily. But I mean, they're fine, just respond damage, respond speed. So just generic 0 diffs for the chaos symbol. Next, we're going to the 1 diffs. So this is kind of so I had the monster's aggression. We got 2 monster aggressions, 2 silvers, 2 horrifying realizations, and we have 4 fearless transformations. Now I like this lineup. I still don't like competitor. I don't know why. I feel like it's warranted. Competitor is warranted. It just feels like I'm not flipping to stop flip stuff. And for the most part, I hate giving my opponent cards, right? So I would just probably sub in the Toga Foundation. If your opponent has more committed than ready, flip the draw card. I don't want to get my opponent cards. I want to get cards. So this probably is easy swap. I believe that card is also a low block as well. So that's an easy swap for me. So this comes out. But hey, this card's good in its own right. It just doesn't fit my play style. Horrifying Realization. Again, it's a cool card. I think it's like a win more card in my opinion. Again, playing Toga, I feel like there's other draw outlets I could use, right? But it's not bad. I mean, it has a form, flip. We both discard a card, draw a card. If your opponent discards a card that's not a foundation, they have to commit 1, right? So as to the stun, it also means I get the draw more, right? This deck lacked quite a bit of draw, which I hated. So this is gonna maybe go up or go down. Fearsome Transformation, just a good 1 diff to flip draw. I have momentum probably at least the first attack, especially if they don't block it, right? Something sneaky, but easy flip draw. I like it. In Monster Aggression, I realized that this deck, unlike Toga deck, didn't have enough damage buffs. So it didn't have, +1 speed, +1 damage. And all my attacks are 5 difficulty or higher. So I chose to go this route to have the +1/+1. Looking at the games I played, I need to have more damage buffs in this deck. So I guess maybe I had to bump this up. Maybe I take out a Shivers, put this in there for 3/3. But yeah, so I need looking to more damage and more speed additions to my attacks, because that definitely lacks when trying to kill someone. Next, we'll get into our 2 difficulties. You play 2 of the Guilt of Bertolt, 2 Childlike Appearance, 2 Petty Squabble, a lot of 2-0s, huh? 2 Pass Through Walls, 2 Incredible Displays, 3 Broken Psyches, and we have 2 Titanic Combats. Alright. Now, let's get into these 2 discs, right? So, I put in the Guilt of Bertolt because I found myself not having nothing to do with my momentum, and this card came up 0 times out of all my games. So this card, it's cool what it does. It, you know, spinning momentum, this attack is +3 speed. I wish it said plus or minus, but whatever. Flip, when your opponent tries to kill momentum you have, you can flip this card to save it pretty much. So this card easy gets cut. I don't like it. Petty Squabble was amazing because my character is pretty much like faceless for the most part. So I'd like to commit it. And this card might have to go in Toga too. Because Toga, so Petty Squabble is, when they play it enhanced, I can discard a card to commit that card, right? So I think it feels real nice when Toga commits a card, and then I get to commit cards on your turn and my turn, as long as Petty Squabble's up. So this might have to go in Toga. I like it. And enhanced, I discard my character, draw 2 cards. So I did that a lot. A lot of times I build my whole hand out, commit Bertolt and get 2 and hopefully defend. Childlike Appearance is good. It's good for defense. Good to have some, discard momentum, make it 0, block it. I go ahead and commit a card, commit their best card. So good for stun, good for defense. Pass Through Walls, good for asset hate. My deck doesn't have much asset hate. Good for asset hate and good for breaker hate. I put in 2 Titanic Combats. I feel like I'm a 35 health character and I can somewhat take a little bit of hits. And I want to take hits and then go ahead and get build for my benefit, right? Because I do want to get to 9 eventually. This helps me build on my opponent's turn, which is nice. Also on offense, I can commit it. They commit 1 and it gets +2 damage. So that's a good thing too. Incredible Display, I use it pretty much just so I can keep my riskies and stop their responses, right? Broken Psyche, a 3 of. I think 3 is right. I think I wish I had 3 in the at nationals, but I think 3 is right. I mean, I think it's enough. This is how you kill Smiling Titan. You make their damage too, and then they don't get the, restand their character. It's just really good, right? And like I said, we get momentum quite often, right? At least 1 attack, we should get a momentum at least once per turn, as long as you play it. All right, next we'll get into our three difficulty attacks. It's going to be History's Greatest Monster, all 3 copies, how cool, and Friend of Animals. So Greatest Monster I put in because 1, I had 3 copies that are all different. This one should be foil also, I think. This one is foil. So all 3 highest rated, I guess you can say. And it's cool, right? So it's good for deadlock pressure. Because against Bertolt, they kind of might want to go deadlock. But it'd be great if you don't. So you kind of want to see it early and play it because you can, get to restand it. But it's also good for deadlock. And Friend of Animals is just in here to put in Black Abyss, right? I had a build that had the other Pigeon Flock, I think, Command Pigeon Flock, that had more stuff to pick up. I had a different build with like more allies, but I chose to go against it, chose to go a little more aggro. Again, I think maybe the ally package might just be okay enough, but yeah, that's all it's in here for. Nothing commits to give speed or whatever, so yeah, that's all it is. Next, we'll get into the assets and actions. I got 2 Cape, 2 Flask, 2 Maneuvering Gear, 1 Battle Roar, 1 Genkai's, and we got 3 Runaways. Alright, Runaways, just great. I think maybe having a 4th in the side, if I see Smiling Titan, maybe that's good, but I think 3 is perfect. Genkai's Guidance, I think 2 is probably the sweet spot because you want to see it, and it does have a 4th form. So I think going forward, I should probably put another Genkai's. I think this comes out. Batarina does nothing for Bertolt. I think he does enough on his face. I mean, granted, we get extra momentum, but do we need it? We don't use momentum that much in the deck, for real. So I think that this comes out. Let's probably swap this for another Genkai's, to be honest with you. Flash sounds cool, but I think Flash is better than Toga because Toga wants to mill stuff to get stuff from discard pile to put in, whereas I'm milling with Flash. I get no advantage for the most part, right? I don't get nothing plays from discard pile. My only advantage if I mill Black Abyss, right? And that's, 4 copies, over 3 times ever. So this probably doesn't fit this style of gameplay, but both was gameplay either. Cape, 2 cape, great. Maneuver equipment, I think 2 is fine. It has a good mid block. It just sucks because I want momentum when I flip, so it's kind of hard to balance spinning it or keeping it, right? So maybe this comes out too. We just go to full burn mode. Different way to build the deck. All right. Next, we get into the attacks. I call this the Toga package. He played 4 daggers, 4 Black Abyss, 3 Hybrid, and 3 Walk the Dog. My generic Toga package, I think I should have put in a Vast Hybrid and took out a Dagger, because Dagger is good, but doesn't get speed like Toga does. But Vast Hybrid gets the free stuff, which means they got to build out more and they can only block so much. Abyss is just good, like I said, it adds in. Walk the Dogs is good. I always think 3 is the right number. 4 is a little overkill, because if you see it early or they don't tap out, you kind of screwed there. Now we get to the Bertolt attacks. We have the Determined Advance, Fall in the Breeze, and Colossus Titan attacks. This card was good. I just hate it. I just hated playing on a 6. I guess I'm a scared poop baby, but yeah, playing on a 6 just kind of sucked for me. But hey, it's a good card. It gives you momentum, and it has EX, so that you kind of get that poke in. Fall in the Breeze, I think actually was really good. This probably should go up to a 2 at least in the deck, and maybe we can do a Colossus at 2. I think this card's really good. This is 2 momentum. This says it gets XX. X equals momentum, so it gets speed and damage, which is pretty nice. And then last attack we had was Armor of the Wolf. I still am not sold. I mean, maybe a 1-of might be good. We swap out 1 armor for Fall in the Breeze. Same block zone, right? But Armor of the Wolf, I am not impressed. I'm just not an Armor of the Wolf main. I'd never played Armajiki. I just didn't do it right, so it's just not for me. The card's good. EX3 power for 3 plug-in. I'm not producing momentum like crazy, so it's just what it is. All right, that's the deck profile. I'll probably tweak it a little bit on TTS. So if you guys want to play against me, come let me know. But with that being said, name is Jeremy. I'm with JC Games, also with Let's Talk UVS. Remember, always stay Super Gumby.
This is Billy West from Show Business. Anybody there? No? Philip J. Fry, greetings from the Air 3000. It still sucks. Jack Games. That's the words to remember when you go into outer space. Good news. Jack Games.